Ghost. We worship you. Open your mouth and celebrate God. Celebrate him. Celebrate him. We give you all the glory.
Your name is Yahweh.
called. Your name is God. Oh, Yahweh, oh, Yahweh. Your name is Yahweh. The one that miracle working God. Your name is Yahweh. A destiny changer. Hey! So what a destiny changer. Oh, come and change my destiny today. Come and change my destiny today. Oh, Yahweh, your name is Yahweh. Your miracle working God, your name is Yahweh. You walk upon the sea, you raise it down. You reign in majesty, mighty God. Everything written about you is great. You are glorious, you are a holy one. Walk upon the sea, you raise it down. You reign in majesty, mighty God. Everything written about you is great. Oh, you are great. 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 Everything written about you is great. A demon tremble at your presence. I want a mighty God with sound. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Everything written about you is great. In Jesus' name. Amen. That is one prayer that I want us to pray. Anything that will make me that after today, my testimony will not be announced. Catch fire and burn to ashes. Whatever that will make me that after today, my testimony will not be established. Anywhere you are, I locate you by fire. Catch fire and burn to ashes. My father, my father. My father, my maker. Any power that will deny me my testimony after today's encounter, to employ each and every one of us. Today is the last day. If you have never prayed before, pray today. Praise God. Hallelujah. We are not hoping to have this meeting again for the sake of the miracle that we need. God bless you, sir. Let today mark the end of this affliction. Am I speaking to somebody here? Yes, sir. If you have never prayed before, pray today. I beg you. There is no tomorrow, sir. God bless you, sir. Any power that makes itself available, saying that after these 3 days there will not be a change. Anywhere that power is, in any coffin, in any shrine, in any hidden place, wherever that power is, we locate that power and we declare fire upon that power, and that power shall be roasted. That power shall be roasted. That power shall be roasted. It shall be roasted by fire. 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 In the name of Jesus. The Bible said, whatever that is not planted by my heavenly Father, he said the same shall be rooted out. Praise God. Let me tell you, plantation is not only a plant. The vices can be planted. Am I saying some? God bless you. Plants can be planted. They can be planted against you. Before something can work against someone, it has already been planted. Am I speaking to someone? Yes, sir. Before anything can take place, it has already been planted. Either it's planted in the coven, planted by the seaside, either by the root or by the water. It must be planted elsewhere. Yes, either it's planted by the group of people. That is no wonder the scripture said they will surely gather together. But there is something I understood in that scripture. Before people will gather, it must have exceeded one person. Praise God. It is what one person cannot carry that he will need another. Am I speaking to someone? Before people will carry, it means that that plan is more than one person to carry. That is, group would have come together because one person cannot execute the agenda. So they need group to come together in order to plan, so that when hands are joined together, it carries more effect. But it doesn't matter how many they are. It doesn't matter where they gather. It does not matter how many people are involved. But as long as fire is concerned, as long as you serve the God of heavens, as long as you serve the God that made the heavens and earth, as long as you serve the God that made the witches, every gathering of the wicked, every agenda of the enemy, lifted against your state, lifted against your government, lifted against you, they shall pass fire. They shall pass fire. They shall pass in Jesus' name we pray. In Psalm 120 verse 1, David said, and in my distress I cried unto God, and the Lord heard me. Yes, sir. The same Lord that heard David is available to help tonight. Am I speaking to someone here? The same God, when David cried in the days of his affliction, God opened his ear wide and he had the cry of David. And the Bible said, and he came in response to David's request. That God is available in this place today. You are going to pray tonight and say, God, do not leave me empty-handed in this program. Do not allow me. Do not allow me. Do not allow me, Jesus, to go empty-handed. Do not allow me. Do not allow me. Do not allow me, Jesus, to go empty-handed. Do not allow me. Do not allow me. Do not allow me, Jesus, to go empty-handed. Do not allow me. Do not allow me. Do not allow me, Jesus, to go empty-handed. Do not allow me. Do not allow me. Do not allow me, Jesus, to go empty-handed. Do not allow me. Do Yes. Anyone that needs to be sick, anyone that needs to die by accident, as long as my visa will be released, as long as my property will be released, as long as my government will be granted, anywhere you are, you are going to pray. Promotion does not come from this or west or south. Promotion coming from above. He said God is in charge. He brings one down and he lifts another. Can I tell you something? The Bible said the day. Isaiah. The day because he was dying. Isaiah saw what? He saw God. Hosea needed to die before Isaiah can see his glory. If Hosea did not die, Isaiah will not see his glory. So anyone in this hand, it is blood for blood. Anyone that needs to die, please let me have on you. Get provoked in anger. Get provoked. Anyone that needs to be removed in that seat, from my weakness to be granted, for my assignment to be granted, for my document to be granted, anyone that needs to die, what are you waiting for? My father, my killer. Any man or woman sitting in the position of my document, if you must die, for my document to be granted, if you must be seen, for my document to be released, what are you waiting for? In Jesus' name we pray. When we read the book of Exodus chapter 14, you saw what happened between Pharaoh and the people of Israel. Praise God. Pharaoh was not only a threat, the Pharaoh was a terminator before the people of Israel. Pharaoh was not there to threaten them. The Pharaoh was there to terminate the end product of Israel. That is to say, to end them completely. Again and again, something happened. God manifested his power, strange powers, yet Pharaoh refused to let go. And I want to bring to your notice that every man is assigned to Pharaoh. Whether you like it or not, there is Pharaoh around you. Am I speaking to someone? Whether you like it or not, otherwise this will be working the way you want. But because there is Pharaoh by your side, which you may not understand, not to talk of knowing. This is why sometimes you think this way, things are working the other way. When you are expecting something from the right side, it's going from the left side. When you are expecting your miracle from the front side, it is going at the back side. Because of what? There is Pharaoh that is behind. Every Pharaoh behind the challenges of my government Jesus. Wait. Every Pharaoh behind the challenges of my document in this nation also, what are you waiting for? As I open my mouth to catch fire, be thrown by fire. Let the mercy throw you by fire. Are you ready to pray this prayer? Are you ready to pray this prayer? My Father, my Father. Shout it louder. My Father, my Father. My Father, my Father. Behind my affliction. Behind my challenges. Of my document. In this land of Australia. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. In Jonah chapter 1 verse 15, it recorded what happened between the Jonah and the travelers that were in appearing from the state or the place called Nineveh. Praise God. Hallelujah. The Bible said that something happened while Jonah got into their boat. He said a strange manifestation came up. There was flood everywhere. There was wind, there was problem everywhere. They did everything they could do. Yet, instead of the storm, instead of the flood to come down, it increased. Because of what? They were unable to find out what happened. Praise God. The contact you associate in life with, the contact you meet in life with, has a lot to do in your life. Yes, spiritually and physically. They tried physically, they couldn't find anything. They entered into spiritual by consulting their own gods, their own oracles. They did everything in and out, but yet nothing happened until they were able to trace that Jonah was the cause of the problem. The situation got solved. There are contacts that we meet in life that will live to suffer a lot of death. Tell me something, sir. Suffer many things in life. Anywhere you go, one thing or the other must happen. And you keep asking yourself what is happening. But they don't know that the contact that is by your side can be the reason you are passing through what you are passing through. They did everything spiritually, physically. But they could not find any solution. They can come there technically. They tried everything. They threw everything they had inside the water. God bless you, sir. You understand? You are a new man. You understand what I'm saying? They did everything, but of no effect, of no avail.
It was Jonah himself that even said it.
Yes, sir. Until they began to ask this man, we have done everything. No well. Who are you? And what are you in this place? So tell us your own God. We have searched and yet nothing is happening. Can we identify you? Jonah, without wasting time, Jonah said, I'm the God. Yeah. Because he disobeyed the God that sent him. But that is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the contact. Jonah entered, they were just enjoying their movement until Jonah entered inside that boat. All of a sudden, things fell around against them. Things suddenly turned around against them. They began to suffer what they were not proposed to. What they were not meant to suffer, they began to suffer. Because of what? They came into a contact that changed their destiny. It did not delay them. They lost all they had in that boat because they took in search of solution. They took all they had. They lost their vision. They lost their mission. They began to solve problem, looking for solution for problem, and they forgot where they were heading to. Because of what? Because of contact. You are going to pray today. This is general prayer for everybody. Any contact in my life, have I met you elsewhere? Have you come into my life through my mother, through my father, through my bloodline? Contact can come from anywhere. You can even be in your mother's womb and the contact will meet you here. Because when you were in your mother's womb, you don't know how many people that greeted your mother. You don't know how many people that touched the belly of your mother. You don't know how many people that transferred to the belly of your mother. All they were doing is not your mother, is because of you. The Bible said the Herod dressed Jesus as Jesus was born. He dressed him by star in order to terminate the son Jesus, the boy Jesus. But he could not. So people can do things not because of your parents, but because of you. So any contact that is speaking in my life, as I pray today, be terminated by fire. You don't have chance to stay again. I am done with you. I said yesterday, can two work together except what? They agree. I disagree to work with you again. Today, it is your end. My father, my father. My father, my father, my father. Every contact that is speaking in my life, that is speaking failure in my life, that is speaking dangers in my life. What are you waiting for? Pray today. Be terminated by fire. Let someone shout fire. Let someone shout fire. Open your mouth and pray. In Jesus' name, there shall be no enchantment against Jacob. Neither shall there be any divination against what? Israel. No enchantment and no divination against Jacob and against Israel. That is to say, against you and against you. Am I speaking to someone? At the front and at the back, Jacob is the same as Israel. Praise God. He was single when he was Jacob. He became multitude when he was called what? Israel. So neither is there any enchantment against you at the front and divination against you at the back. However it comes from, it is void. That is what the scripture is saying. Am I speaking to someone?
Yes, sir.
That is just what it's all about. It is void. If they like, let them breathe anything they need to breathe. It is void.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Am I speaking to someone? It is what you are going to pray tonight. Anyone that is assigned to monitor my case in this land, either you resign or you die. Everyone that is here, that is someone that is assigned to monitor your case. Every police in Austria, every council in Austria are not monitoring your case. There are 1, 2, 3 people that is responsible for each case. Am I speaking to someone? God bless you, sir. People in North South cannot do the work that people in Zebodi can do. This is why in every locality there are district police. Am I speaking to someone? There are district council, because everyone have the responsibility of what they are discharging. So there are 1 or 2 or 3 people that is assigned to monitor your case, to monitor your life, monitor yourself. They don't only monitor your file, they monitor the time of expiration they have given, which you yourself you don't know. And from that day, they will begin to search for you. If you are here, they will come in search of you. If you are somewhere, they will come in search of you. Until you got to know, you will not know what is happening. But whether you are signed from Vienna, whether you are signed from Nakeke, anywhere you are signed from, it does not concern me. Either you refuse to go or you die on the process. Amen. Have you not had testimonies? Somebody came into seat and he said, this man, as long as I'm here, you will not get this document. And suddenly what you will hear, that person is already in the hospital. Another person will enter and they will say, carry your visa. Somebody will go. Somebody will. Any strong man that is not giving up, you will give him to burial. Am I speaking to someone? Yes, as long as the strong man remains, your case becomes more stronger. Am I speaking to someone? But if strong man is removed, the case becomes softer. Am I speaking to someone? So there is no mercy for one that does not deserve mercy. After the scripture said, to him that showeth mercy shall find mercy. Which means if you do not show mercy, you don't expect mercy. Praise God. Let the dead bury themselves. A thing that Jesus don't know what he was saying. Jesus called, he said leave the dead. Jesus knew that people need, how can the dead bury themselves? Jesus knew. And he was talking about his father. He said, let the dead bury themselves. You that is alive, follow me. It's a spiritual parable. Praise God. There are people that does not deserve mercy. The only thing that you need to get what you need is to remove them. And you get what you need. When Jesus said pray for your enemy, did Jesus tell you the type of prayer you should pray? No, when he said pray for your enemies, what type of prayer did Jesus tell you? When he said when they slap you in one cheek, he said turn the other side. Did he say turn the other cheek? Turning the other side can be to kill you. Jesus. And I don't need to understand this. It is Jesus that God check. Whether check or check, is Jesus that God. So does he take him anything to say the other check? He said turn the other side. The other side can be anything. It can be hot, it can be cool. It can be. Pray for your enemies. There are types of enemies. I keep saying it. When you see somebody is carrying gun, looking for you at any given space, he will slaughter. And there's somebody somewhere envying you because of lack of understanding. You can pray for that one, God have mercy, because this one don't know. Pray the prayer that Jesus prayed. He said this one, he don't know what he's doing. God have mercy on him. But somebody that is looking for you to kill, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. Of course. Somebody will go to Shrine, sir, and spend everything that he has. Offer cow. And this person has not eaten cow in his life. But he will spend money to buy cow. and you make sacrifice in order to make sure your destiny ends, and you are telling me that this one, you don't know what he's doing. It's a lie, yo. It's a lie, sir. He knows what he's doing.
Absolutely.
On the other side. The other side can be as you are turning, you remove your sword. Praise God. Hallelujah. Show mercy to whom that deserve mercy. Praise God. Hallelujah. Jesus said that the scripture said blood for blood. You understand what I'm saying? Their blood shall be sprinkled and they shall drink their own blood. I'm not the one saying it. Anyhow you understand it. Look at it. Just imagine, sir. Elijah was just coming and the children were just laughing at him. Not children. Children, because he has a bad head like my own. Children. And they saw him. They were just mocking him. And the lighter slaughtered all of them. And people were busy saying, why would the man of God do this? He did it because other people can learn. If he did not do it, the caricature can turn into mockery. Mockery can turn into persona. Because when people mock you, they mock your God. And if nothing is done, they will leave you and they will begin to mock your God directly. Am I speaking to someone? Yes, sir. The snake you saw in the earlier scripture did not turn to serpent, it turned to python in Revelation. So what you do not correct in the beginning, at the end, God bless you, sir, they can kill you. Am I speaking to someone? So anyone that is set to monitor me, monitor my case, my affairs in this land, whether concerning my document, whether concerning my destiny, concerning my tomorrow, if you monitor me, you die. My father, my father, my father, my killer. Any man or woman that is set to monitor me, that is set to monitor my case, monitor the affairs of my document, what are you waiting for? As I pray today, it's fire by fire. Open your mouth and pray prayer. Praise God. Hallelujah. Psalm 126. The Bible says when God turned again the captivity of Zion. God bless you. They were like that dream. He said their mouths were filled with laughter and their tongue. And they said among the people, among the nations, he said God has done what? Great things. In verse 4, there is something that I just discovered recently. He said, God, bring back our fortunes. Bring back. God bless you, like the streams in the South. You know that was bring back our captivity. I've been reading this scripture and I've been making use of it. But what I understood, the revelation I got a few days ago, what they were talking about is the captivity that God has done before, not present. Am I speaking to someone here? If you look at that scripture, you see that all the whole sentences were coming from the past. They were not present. So when it got to 4, I've not been patient to get to that before. But when it got to 4, he said, now God, now bring back our captivity. Which means when God did it before, they were happy. When God answered them before and turned their situation around, they were filled with joy. They had songs to shout. They had songs to praise to God because of the great miracles that God had done for them. But presently, they were not asking God. They said, God, bring back our fortunes. Bring back our captivity like the sad sin. Did somebody get it? Did somebody get that? This is what I'm saying. They were not talking about what God did. It was the before. They were giving reference of the past that God has done, comparing it that God should do the same that He has done for them before. Praise God. Hallelujah. In other words, what they were saying, God, you reversed the situation before. Today, we are asking you to reverse it again. Is somebody getting me? So you are going to pray and say, God, reverse my case. If you want to visa, reverse my case to visa. If you want positive, reverse, God bless you, take it in the name of Jesus. Reverse it to positive. Whatever they have written to you is opportunity now. Pray this prayer with your heart and say what you want. Father, reverse the situation. Go to your heart and pray it again. Father, we thank you. Reverse my situation, oh God. What they have written against me, my Father, reverse it. Every negative they have written against me, reverse it to positive. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Can we take our Bible, please? Shortly. Thank you, Jesus. Praise God. I want to share a message by the help of the Spirit of God. I titled, Exchanging My Affliction with a Miracle. Amen. Praise God. Exchanging my affliction, exchanging my problem in this meeting today with a miracle. Praise God. Hallelujah. Let somebody open with me the book of Matthew chapter 11 verse 28. Book of Matthew chapter 11 verse 28. Exchanging my affliction with a testimony, with a miracle. Anyone you want to call it, anyone you want to see it. I take my affliction and I drop it and I take what? My miracle. Praise God. Are we there? Yes, sir. Matthew chapter 11 verse 28. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are of heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Praise God. Come unto me that are heavy laden. They that are burdened with afflictions. They that are burdened with the challenges of life. Jesus is saying, come unto me. Give me your burden. And let me give you what? Rest. Praise God. Hallelujah. Give me your trouble. And let me give you peace. Give me your challenges. And let me give you hope. Come unto me. They that is of heavy laden. If your burden, if your challenges, if your afflictions must be exchanged to a miracle, you must learn how to drop your burden. Except a man drop his burden, he cannot collect a miracle. Am I speaking to someone? Yes, sir. Something is involved in exchange. Exchange does not take place by one person. Exchange involves 2 or 3 more parties. Praise God. Hallelujah. One must drop, another person collect, and also give in return, in exchange of what he has taken. Am I speaking to someone here? Yes. Get it. It takes a transfer between 2 parties for an exchange to take place. And Jesus is one party. and I and you are one party. And Jesus is saying tonight, that troubled you, that is the very reason you are here today. That purpose for which you have left all that you needed to do since 3 days ago, and you are here. I am telling you tonight, do not go here going back with the same problem. Amen. I am available for you. I am here for you today. I did not come into this place. I did not come into my sanctuary. I am not present in this meeting because I have nothing to do. I have come here purposely for someone like you, and I have come to have an exchange with you. I have come that I may give you rest, that you may drop your own burden and carry my own burden. He said, my burden is light, and my burden transferred no other thing but what? But rest. Praise God. Hallelujah. Exchange cannot take place except two parties are involved. Those days we need to hear, we read in commerce and economics what we call trade by barter. It's either you are dropping a basket of corn and taking another thing in an exchange, or you are dropping something else in an exchange with something. Two parties must be involved. One must drop, and another collect, and another drop, and another party must collect. So if your body must be lifted, if you must receive miracle tonight, after this encounter, you must drop that you came with. Am I speaking to someone? That is the final. There is no two ways about it. That is final. Lord, I drop this body today. This trouble, I drop it here today. Give me your rest. It is your word. The Bible says, come, let us reason. It said, bring forth your strong argument and let us have a dialogue. If thou stands, take the benefit of the promise. Carry God and take God back to him. I said, well, this is what you say. He said, if you can win, if your strong argument is certain, he said, take the promise. But if your argument is not strong, if you cannot stand, God goes back with his miracle. Am I speaking to someone? But that shall not be your case in this meeting. You cannot spend 3 days in vain, because God has ordered. He said, oh yes, sons of Jacob, I have not called you to serve me in vain. So your coming to this meeting can never be in vain. Any power that will say that your coming to this meeting will be in vain, that power is rendered useless. Because your coming to this place is coming for a purpose. And that very reason for which you came to this place, it will be delivered at your doorpost. It will surely be delivered at your doorpost. Exchanging my affliction to a miracle. You must draw in order to collect. Except the Lord build the house. The builders, they build what? Except the Lord keep watch over the city. The watchmen, the word but what? You can't do it. Until you allow God to build, you cannot succeed in building. Praise God. Hallelujah. Until you allow God to keep watch over you, you can't succeed in protecting yourself. It takes God to build, and it takes God to keep watch over you. You must learn to drop the bottle. You have been reading several letters, several challenges of life concerning your state, concerning your life in general, and you have tried everything you could try. But there is one thing that I've come to tell you this evening. Though you may have tried everything, though you may have fasted, you have prayed, but in your heart you have not made up to say, God, it is today I surrender. Carry over. Don't carry. I am sorry. I have surrendered. I am no longer willing to continue. I have prayed. I have done everything. Job tried all sorts. The day that Job remembered that my Redeemer liveth, this is the day his case turned around. Job has argued with God. Job has fasted, Job has prayed. Job has brought his strong argument. He has tried to defend himself from all settlement, yet nothing was working. But today he remembered that my Redeemer, he lives. In other words, he's able to give me hope again. From that very day, the story of Job changed. And the Bible made us to understand, made us to know that the later days of Job was far better. Far better than the former. God bless you, sir. Because of what? He understood what I'm telling you tonight. They that is of heavy lady, come to me. Jesus is a burden lifter. Jesus is a burden bearer. He knows how best to bear burden. Jesus sees your affliction. The Bible says we do not have a high priest who do not understand our afflictions. He said the very affliction you are going through, Jesus has gone through it. This is why he stands in a better position to understand us better than what we could see or imagine ourselves. Am I speaking to someone? Yes. I didn't come to preach, but I come to inculcate something into your spirit. That if you must take a miracle, you must learn to drop. If your burden remains, there is no space for a testimony to come in. If a testimony was come in, the burden must be swept. Am I speaking to someone? Yes, because the two does not work together. One must go for another one to have space. So it's Jesus that is miracle giver. It's Jesus that is the miracle worker. If you must take from him and drop your burden, you must let to give him the burden in order to carry what? To carry your miracle. So tonight, I am here to announce to our hearts, not just only to our hearing. You must say, you must make up in your mind. It's a thing of the heart. It's not a thing of the muscle. The Bible said it's not of him that willeth, of him that runneth. Because it's of God that showeth mercy. It does not matter how good, how beautiful. It does not matter how righteous to an extent you are. When there is no mercy involved, is effort in futility. And the Bible will say futility. That is vanity. God bless you. Tantamount to struggle outside the gate of heaven. When you are struggling outside the gate of heaven, it's a struggle forever. Am I speaking to someone? But in heaven, there is no struggle. That is to say with God, struggle gets what? Terminated. It gets terminated. Because there is one that is able, that is bigger than the struggle. Not of him that will it. That is to say, it's not of power. It's not of how best I know. It's not of how strong that I know. That is of mercy. It's of the pity of God. So until you understand that the pity of God, the mercy of God can change that situation, and you say, God, I am tired. I can no longer carry on in this condition. I can no longer carry on in this situation. Lord, it's more than me. But Jesus, that is something you promised me. He said, come to me with my burden. Come to me with my affliction. I have come today and I'm leaving it for you. Please give me that rest you promised me. Give me that miracle. For your glory, give me that miracle. Take my burden. Take. I dash you. Take. This is why Jesus died. There's no other essence. No other reason for his death is to take away my burden and your burden and give us rest. And the rest that is not limited to this place, eternal rest. Praise God. Exchanging my affliction to what? To a miracle. Have you not heard? Have you not also known that the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth, He said, does not grow faint nor weary. He said, to them that fainteth not, he giveth power. And to them that have no might, he increases what? Strength. He said, to him that is not searching of his what? Of his understanding. The youth may grow weary, they may grow faint and weary. He said, the men may utterly fail. But he said, they that wait upon the Lord, they shall what? They shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like what? Eagles. And they shall fly and never get tired. They shall run and never grow weary. Because of what? The Lord, the mercy of God is on their side. You can't have the mercy of God and this country decide what happened to you. You can't. The Bible said, I will protect my saints. I will stand for my saints. Who are the saints? You are the saints of God. God is not a God of partiality. Someone out there that does not recognize God, and you expect God to hear him than you. If someone who does not know your God lives to exercise power over you, it means that you are the same with that person. Thunder fire anybody that will challenge the grace of God upon my life. The ground will be open and that person will be buried. Because I first before the healing. So if you come to challenge God that I can, when God have told me greater is the God that is in me, greater is him that is in me than he that is of the world. So it's a high time you understand the truth. It's a high time, because the truth that a man knows shall set him free. What can only set you free is the truth you know. If you know the truth that you can exchange your body with a miracle, you do it without struggle. Am I speaking to someone?
Yes, sir.
If you know the truth that an affliction is meant to exchange with a miracle, anytime affliction comes, you just go and collect your miracle and continue moving forward. Am I speaking to someone?
Yes, sir.
Because the essence of Christ dying is forwardness. Before the death of Christ, when a man sins, you need to get back for sacrifice.
And it's only 1 year.
Once in a whole year. That means if there is no opportunity, if that entering of the holies of the holy will be at the last of the year, and you commit sin in January, you need to wait till December. Am I speaking to someone?
Yes, sir.
Backwardness. When Jesus said, my sacrifice, the price that I paid for you, is a high price. You have been purchased with a big price that no power in heavens and on earth can quantify with the price you have bought. So if you understand the price that is paid over your life, you live like a king. Am I speaking to someone? There are people that affliction does not trouble in life. There are people that when you are telling them this is what is, they are just, it's assumed it does not exist, because they have come to understand who they are, what they carry. Am I speaking to someone?
Yes, sir.
They have come to understand who they are. I am more than conqueror. If God be for me, then it's God for you. Yes, God is for you. Because you are recognized by him. You recognize God. I know my sheep, and my sheep know me. Even though you cannot pray with flowers, but yet, as long as you make mention of the name of the Lord, you are not the same with the hidden. Am I speaking to someone?
Yes, sir.
Understanding the difference between the hidden and the Christians, the believers, that's a very big difference. God is not a God of partiality.
Not at all.
God can't leave you that recognize him, and he will go to stand for somebody who does not recognize him. So understanding who you are. I pray for you today that as today marks the end of this meeting, today marks the end of your dormant challenges.
Amen.
Today marks the end of every affliction that is lifted against you.
Amen.
As you are living from today in this place, laughter shall be seen.
Amen.
Joy shall be seen in your faces.
Amen.
You shall sing a new song.
Amen.
You shall sing a new song.
Amen.
I said you shall sing a new song. In the name of Jesus. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Your weeping have endured, but by the reason of this encounter, the time of your weeping is over. And your joy begins after tonight. I said your morning begins after tonight. Your morning begins after tonight. In the name of Jesus. As long as the earth remaineth, the seed time and the harvest time, it will not cease. It is the time of the harvest of your testimony. You will harvest your testimony. You will harvest your miracle. You will harvest your miracle. In the mighty name of Jesus. Ecclesiastes 3, there is time for everything under the sun. There is season for everything under the sun. The time to weep and the time to laugh. The time of your weeping is over.
Amen.
By the reason of this encounter with God, the time of your joy has begun.
Amen.
I said the time of your joy has begun.
Amen.
The time of your joy has begun.
Amen.
If you believe that, shout Jesus. These 3 days, the miracle of God will not pass you by.
Amen.
You will sing a new song.
Amen.
After today, from beginning from today's night, things about your document will take another shape. The negative they will have written about you, it will all turn to positive. In the mighty name of Jesus. The prayer that I was praying today's afternoon is that God shall give everyone here a testimony. That testimony will come in the mighty name of Jesus. Because your coming here will not be in vain. That's my heart cry today to God. That God will give everybody, nobody shall be left behind. The Bible says, when the people saw the miracle that happened through Peter upon Ananias, the Bible said that the people, they turned to God. God bless you. They saw the miracle and they came to God because they saw something great. So people will see your testimonies. And they will come to serve God. People will see your testimonies. And they will come to serve God. They will run to your God. In the mighty name of Jesus. Put your hands together for Jesus. I want us to pray for the documents. I want us to pray for.
Shall we all?
Yes, sir. For all these documents, the papers that are here. Let us stretch forth our hands and pray for this document and ask God that after today, that the condition so that it will not be used. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. We are going to pray and say, God, that after tonight, these letters, these cards that were brought to this place, that after tonight, God will change the status of these cars and of these letters. What is written negatively shall be turned to positive. The white card shall turn to visa, to positive. The green card shall turn to white card, it shall turn to positive, it shall turn to visa. And every evil that is written against them, God shall turn them to positive. Do you know that what Pilate says, sir? What I have written, it's a good thing that Pilate wrote. What did he write? That Jesus is the king. So it does not matter whether you believe it or like it. Jesus already remained the king. Am I speaking to someone?
Yes, sir.
So, in the same scenario, that every negative shall turn to positive. Father, we thank
Yes, we lift up these cases before you. In captivity, in Jesus' mighty name.
In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. I want us to pray one more prayer. Then we close. We do our friend. I will close. God have already seen us too. Amen. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. In Acts chapter 11, there is something that happened. The Apostle Paul, we know Apostle Paul was formerly Saul of Tarsus. Praise God. The persecutor to the Christians. When Saul was in the other side, there is something that was accompanying Saul. There is a spirit that was going with Saul. And that spirit is the spirit of rejection. Because anywhere Saul appears, people know he's Saul. And they began to run. If Saul wants to come in the midst, everybody will run away. They don't want to hear anything about Saul or see him at all. Because there is a spirit of rejection that is by his side because of who Saul was. But when Saul got an encounter with Christ, just as we have all had an encounter in this meeting with Jesus. The Bible said, after that, Paul was not still known, he was not still recognized. But somebody took him, Barnabas took him, and he introduced him to the apostles. And he said that this is John, that this man has been appointed by God to carry the work of the ministry. And immediately, there was no trace of rejection. They accepted what? Apostle Paul. So the grace that followed him was the grace of acceptance. Am I speaking to someone? And the moment he was introduced, that Saul, you know, is not Paul. The Bible said that the Paul began to walk with them. Because there is a grace that have taken over. Grace of acceptance. You are going to pray. Father, that very place my document is, that very place that my case is, in that table, in that office, Father, locate my case. Anything that has to do with my file, locate it with the grace of acceptance. When the grace of acceptance is on it, it's already accepted. Am I speaking to someone? Did someone understand it? So turn that prayer to your life. God, give me acceptance in life before men of honor, before men of integrity, before men that will help me in life, before my destiny helpers. Lord, let the grace of acceptance locate me. We are everywhere my fight is, everywhere my business, everywhere that things that concerns me, in this life, if I'm concerning myself in this life, every time I make office, with the grace of acceptance, every fire that appear in my head, Lord, locate with the grace of acceptance. Let me be accepted. Why you let me accepted? Why let me accepted? By the authorities that is in charge of my doctrine, that is in charge of the grace that affects of my doctrines of staying in this life. Let the grace of acceptance locate them, locate them, locate my destiny. Let the grace of acceptance rest upon me. Locate me to my destiny. Let my God, your grace of acceptance, locate me before my destiny. In Jesus' name we pray. The Lord will favor you. The Lord will bless you. After today, you will sing a new song. I said after today, you will sing a new song. After today, by the grace of God, you will sing a new song. After today, by the mercies of God, you will sing a song of testimony. In the mighty name of Jesus. Go from today, let no man trouble you. From today, all your pursuers, they are blinded. In the mighty name of Jesus. May heaven strike them with the stroke of blindness. In the mighty name of Jesus. From today, by the power of the Holy Ghost, you are declared invisible before your pursuers. Nobody will see your negative again. They will only see your positive. Nobody will see your failure again. They will only see your success. Where you have not seen help, help will arise for you. In the south, help will arise for you. In the north, help will arise for you. In the east, help will arise for you. Help will arise for you. If you believe the shout, I receive. If you believe the shout, I receive.